The Grand Assembly Hall of the Orion Belt was crowded. 100 species filled the giant chamber. Each delegation gathered to witness the biggest military showcase the galaxy had ever seen. It was supposed to be a peaceful event, just a display of strength, a reminder of power, nothing more. But the air was thick with tension. Everyone knew how quickly pride could turn to conflict. The 5 most powerful species stood at the center stage, each ready to reveal their battleships. For decades, they had fought for dominance, through wars, alliances, and intimidation. Now, they wanted the galaxy to know where each one stood. They called it the Gathering of Giants. At the far end of the hall, the humans waited quietly. The Earth delegation was small, just a handful of men and women in simple black uniforms. They stood apart from the crowd, ignored by most, pitted by a few. Humanity was young in the galactic community. Barely a century since their first starship slipped into faster-than-light travel. The old species thought they were insignificant, an accidental addition to the grand stage. The first to step forward was Commander Veth of the Varnak Dominion. His scales shimmered under the lights as he activated the hologram. A massive ship appeared in the air above the crowd. Its armored hull looked like molten metal, constantly shifting with energy fields. The Varnak flagship, Dreadclaw, was known across star systems. Our ship carries plasma lances that can cut moons in half, Veth announced, voice filled with pride. Its hull repels quantum torpedoes. Its engines outrun light itself. The Dreadclaw has never lost a battle. The audience murmured in awe. The Varnak had ruled the outer colony for centuries. Few dared challenge them. Next came High Admiral Celis of the Threxian Empire. Her species resembled stone statues, carved by evolution itself. Her ship, Pillar of Wrath, appeared next. Towering and brutal, it looked more like a floating fortress than a vessel. Where the pillar goes, planets surrender, Celis declared. Its particle cannons melt cities from orbit. Its armor absorbs solar flares. It does not retreat. It does not break. The crowd cheered. The Threxians were known for their relentless sieges and iron discipline. The third to speak was Lord Zalith of the Ketheri Swarm. His voice buzzed like a chorus of insects. Their ship was strange, organic, alive, pulsing with light. The Swarm Heart was feared for its biological weapons and hive-control drones. No machine can resist the will of the Swarm, Zalith hissed. We devour fleets. We infest worlds. Resistance is irrelevant. The fourth was Marshal Druvok of the Dreylock Union. His species were towering reptilian warriors, armored in heavy exosuits. Their ship, Iron Fawn, looked simple but brutal, a weapon built for siege warfare. We do not need fancy tricks, Druvok growled. Our railguns fire rods the size of skyscrapers. Our engines ram through fleets. Our warriors board enemy ships and tear them apart. Simple, effective. Finally, the fifth to present was Grand Strategist Yil of the Ver Ascendancy. The Ver were brilliant, slender beings with sharp features and sharper minds. Their ship, the Silent Star, shimmered into view, a sleek, ghostly vessel with cloaking fields and experimental weaponry. You will not see us coming, Yil whispered. We strike from shadows. One moment, peace. The next, silence. The crowd applauded, some uneasy, some impressed. The 5 greatest military powers had shown their might. Each ship was terrifying in its own right. The assembly buzzed with quiet comparisons. Debates began over which ship would dominate in battle. But then, a voice spoke from the sidelines. Are you done? It was soft, almost casual. Heads turned. It was a human representative, Commander Sarah Blake. She was small compared to most aliens, her black uniform unadorned. The other delegates barely noticed her presence until now. Yil sneered. Humans? You still build ships with steel and hope, yes? A few laughed. Even the Varnak scales rippled with amusement. Sarah ignored them. She tapped her wrist console. Bring it in. The hologram space above the hall shimmered. At first, nothing appeared. Just empty blackness. Confusion rippled through the crowd. Then they saw it. Massive. Silent. Unlike anything they'd ever seen. The human ship entered orbit above the assembly hall. Not a hologram. Not a simulation. It was real. The retribution. The room fell dead silent. It was impossible to measure its size at first glance. It dwarfed the Dreadclaw. It made the Iron Fawn look like a child's toy. Its surface was matte black, absorbing light rather than reflecting it. No markings. No visible weapon ports. Just smooth, brutal geometry stretching for kilometers. What is that? Lord Zalata's voice buzzed with sudden unease. Sarah's expression remained unreadable. Our battleship. The Vare strategist's eyes narrowed. Impossible. You had no shipyards capable of building something that size. We monitor your technology. We? You miss a few things, Sarah interrupted, voice calm, sharp as glass. The retribution floated silently above them, blocking distant starlight. It made no noise. It didn't need to. Marshal Druvok growled, trying to regain pride. Size means nothing if it cannot fight. As if on cue, the retribution powered up, but no weapons extended. No cannons revealed themselves. Instead, sections of its hull shimmered, bending reality around them. Space distorted. A gravitational pulse rippled across the entire hall. Instruments in the building short-circuited. Shields flickered. Holograms glitched. It's bending space? Admiral Celis whispered, eyes wide. Sarah nodded. Artificial gravity manipulation. We fold space around the ship. Weapons don't need to travel through normal space when we can fold the battlefield. Panic rippled through the room. Veth hissed, that's forbidden tech. It's theoretical. No species. Humans, Sarah corrected him, aren't most species. The retribution demonstrated further. A distant moon, visible through the hall's observation window. Fractured. Silent. Immediate. No energy blast. No projectile. One moment whole, the next, shattered debris drifting apart. The room fell deadly quiet. The 5 proud commanders who had boasted minutes ago now stared, expressionless, at the silent, monstrous ship hanging above their heads. All their mighty weapons, their plasma lances, particle cannons, hive swarms, and stealth fields suddenly felt small. Drelik's voice broke the silence, rough and low. When did you build this? Sarah's eyes were cold. While you were laughing at our steel and hope. No one spoke. The assembly's moderator, a neutral species known for diplomacy, tried to regain control. Commander Blake, is this a declaration? Sarah's expression didn't change. No, it's a reminder. A reminder of what? Yil managed, voice quieter now. Sarah turned to face him. Her words were calm, but every syllable carried weight, like collapsing stars. You all thought humanity was weak, new, naive. You forgot the most dangerous kind of species isn't the loudest. It's the one that prepares in silence. We don't conquer planets. We don't demand tribute. We build. We plan. We survive. The silence stretched. The retribution, Sarah continued, is not the only one. It's the first. The others are listening. The 5 commanders exchanged nervous glances. Veth, pride cracking, hissed, if this is a threat. It's a fact, Sarah interrupted smoothly. We're not here to start wars. But if you ever come for Earth, if you ever try to turn your boasts into actions, understand this. Our ships don't announce their arrival. They end the war before you know it started. With that, the retribution vanished. Not cloaked, gone. Space itself folded, and the ship slipped out of normal space, leaving behind no trace. One moment, a monstrous reminder of human potential. The next, empty stars. The assembly remained frozen for several heartbeats. Then the whispering started. Fear, shock, realization. The 5 proud commanders stayed quiet. Their boast, their pride, their weapons suddenly felt old. In the shadows of the galaxy, while the empires played politics and flexed muscle, humanity had been watching, building, preparing. And now the galaxy understood. The boasting was over. The silence belonged to the humans.